If I had to do it all over again, what would I do differently? Hey, welcome back to the Green Logbook. And I was laying out in the hammock the other day and just hanging out in the backyard, and this thought came across my mind. If I was a PFC or even private again, right, what would I do differently? I love the way my career turned out, and I love the people I met and the whole journey and the whole process, the whole experience. But if I could turn back the hands of time, is there anything that I would just tweak a little bit just to make it a little bit more easier or a little bit better for my life now? And there are a couple things that I outlined, and I'm going to share those with you today. So starting with number one, I would max out my TSP, okay? It wasn't until maybe 10 years in the military where I actually got out of the G fund because I just let it ride. Nobody ever taught me about this. And one day I happened to be in the education center and I stumbled upon the financial advisor's office. I asked to make an appointment, and sure enough, the first question they asked me was, "Why are you still in the G fund?" And I said, "I don't know," because I didn't know. Nobody ever taught me this. My parents didn't teach me. My leadership didn't teach me. It was kind of like focus on the mission and that's it. So definitely max out your TSP. Again, this is not financial advice. This is just something that I would do personally. Max out my TSP because this is interest. It compounds interest, especially if you're in the BRS where you're contributing to that blended retirement system. Okay, because you get 5% automatically and you want to match that, and you actually want your money to grow a little bit over time. Next up, I would utilize tuition assistance as much as possible. So when I was leaving the military, they had changed up some rules that you had to be on station or in the Marine Corps for at least 2 years before you actually use any tuition assistance. I can understand that, right? You need to focus on the mission. You need to focus on learning your skills, your MOS before you actually jump on civilian PME or civilian education. But as soon as you're eligible for that, hey, focus on getting that civilian education, because now you're setting yourself up for success after you leave the military, because you can't stay in the military forever, right? At some point, you're going to have to leave after 20, 30, 40 years, or even after 4 years, you're going to have to depart. And what happens then? Employers look for experience. You've got experience because you've spent a lot of time focusing on your MOS and whatever your job is. But do you have the education now? That's where it matters. Next up, I would go straight to the financial advisor's office on base and talk to them. I want to say that every base has a financial advisor. Every base that I've been to, you go to the education center or the library, you ask them where the financial advisor's office is or the command financial advisor, and they'll point you to the back somewhere. Talk to the financial advisor. See what your options are, okay? Maybe the best bet is not to stay in the G fund at the TSP. Maybe you need to move out of there. Maybe you need to, diversify your portfolio, whatever it is. You have a recurring income coming in every month. What are you going to do with that? A financial advisor will set you up for success. Next up, I would network all day, every day. You can meet new people every day, new people in the military. You go on TAD, you meet new people. You go in training environments, you meet new people. You walk around the halls, you walk around your job sites, whatever, the field, you meet new people. Hey, you know what? Go out there, press the flesh.
Victor! You son of a bitch!
And say, hey, what's going on? My name is so-and-so. Here's what I do. You look like somebody I need to have in my group. Make networks, because that will last a lifetime. And then when it's your turn to leave the military, you're going to find out a lot of it is not just what you know, it's who you know. Next up, I would jump on as many TAD and training courses as possible. Okay. During my time in the military, a lot of folks that I encountered were like, dang, I got to go TAD again. I got to go TAD here. I was in a different mindset. I thought, you know what? It's free training. It's free training. You are getting paid by the military, by the U.S. government to go get trained on something. Free training. Take advantage of that. If there's something that maybe piques your interest, maybe you're in this MOS and then your command has the option or the time to let you go for a little bit because maybe there's downtime, right? Ask about it. It doesn't hurt to ask. Next up, ask more questions and find mentors. Okay, this is a big thing. I wish I would have asked more questions when I was in the military. Though I was doing a lot of what I'm already telling you, I was focused on one thing, and that was retirement. Okay, but I didn't ask all the questions. I just didn't know what I didn't know, right? You want to find mentors that are both military mentors and civilian mentors as well. Okay, you want to know what you need to know while you're in the military. You want to know what you need to know when you're out of the military, when you're exiting the military. It's imperative that you do this. And it's looking back now after an entire career, man, I wish I would have made more connections like that, asked more questions, and found mentors both in the military and civilian life. Another thing that I would do is make more use of my VA loan. Okay, we've all heard about house hacking, or at least if you haven't heard, just Google the thing or look it up on YouTube. There's tons of videos on it. House hacking, you buy a duplex, you rent out one side, you live on the other side rent-free, mortgage-free, whatever it is. Use your VA loan. It's a benefit that you've earned, okay? During my time in the military, I was able to go around to different duty stations, bought a place in North Carolina, bought a place in San Diego when I was here the first time, bought another place in San Diego when I came back, right? So I know a lot of folks who buy places that do the house hacking, especially if you're a single person out of the barracks, your VA loan is there to help you out. It's no money down. Definitely check out videos on that. I'm not an expert on VA loans, but knowing what I know now, I wish I would have used it a little bit more early on in my career. And lastly, I would be more proactive in seeking assignments and seeking promotions and opportunities and resources. There's a thing called hot fills in the Marine Corps when I was in, and I'm sure they probably still exist. If there's an assignment that you want to go to that maybe you haven't been to, I know there's like assignments in Bahrain. Maybe you want to go to Bahrain, right? And there's an opening there. Hey, ask about it. Check out the hot fills. Ask your monitor, who the person who moves you around from duty station to duty station when it comes time to PCS. Hey, is there a chance that I can make my way to, I don't know, Hawaii or Bahrain or wherever you want to go, Italy? Is there a chance to get there? If not, how do I get there? Inquire about things, ask the questions. Same thing with promotions. Don't just stay stagnant. Look at getting promoted a little bit faster, because more promotions means more money, means more BAH, means more opportunity. It does come with more responsibility, but you're increasing rank and you have that seniority faster than ever. Look at opportunities, look at resources. I think I covered all those things. But these are just little things that I would do a little bit differently, tweak it a little bit if I was a PFC all over again. Now, thanks goodness I'm not, because I do not want to go to boot camp or TBS again. I'm done with that part of my life. But, I do have family in the military. I do have children who want to join the military. And these are things that I'm telling them. I have experience now that I can guide them. If I can help you out in gaining some sort of experience and gaining some sort of insight on maybe what you should be looking into if you're looking at joining the military, please reach out. Please let me know. Please comment below if there's anything else you would add to this list, because I'm curious. Hopefully that helps. Out here.